How's it going, guys? Mr. Prickles here, bringing you not just a video, but an experience. That's right, something new, fresh, hilarious. It starts with the game mode. It is, to the best of my knowledge, untested in the mainstream Airsoft world. It's called Chaos, and it goes a little something like this. The teams are split up evenly and start on different sides of the field. If you get hit, you respawn on the opposite side from whence you began, playing for the opposite team against your previous allies. This goes on until everyone ends up on the same team, or if time runs out. The side with the most players is the victor in that scenario.
Oops, sorry.
It was actually easier to grasp the rules than the name suggests. All it takes is remembering where you started the last time you got hit. I saw some pros and some cons with this game mode. I'll start with pros. If there's a player that's been assigned to your team that you really don't like because they cheat, or they're a huge jerk, or they smell funny, or stole your girlfriend, or whatever reason you may have, and you're mad that you can't shoot them because they're on your team, in this game mode you'll end up having many opportunities to change sides and put them at the receiving end of your airsoft gun. We had a guy in this game who a lot of players disliked for various reasons, but I won't name any names.
What they say about my dick?
This next one may be a pro or a con, depending on how you look at it. Typically, dead players aren't allowed to give away the position of the people who shot them. Dead men don't talk, after all. This game mode basically allows you to break that rule once you respawn, since you'll know where people are because you just switched sides. Now, I don't condone cheating by any means and for any reason. And typically that rule, because breaking that rule often interrupts and disrupts the immersion of the game. But since the people that were on your team aren't the ones who shot you, and you switch sides, they're not on your team anymore, and you still have that knowledge. And you could freely pass that knowledge on to your fellow teammates on your new team. Like I said before, it may be a pro, it may be a con, it all depends on how you look at it. My personal opinion is that as soon as you respawn, you're not dead anymore, and it's fair game, because you're not breaking the rules. You're playing within the rules, and utilizing them and your previous knowledge to your advantage. Now, a definite con is the amount of time it took to respawn. It's not as simple as backtracking 100 feet or so to your respawn like normal. Since you have to respawn at the opposite side each time, you have the potential to miss a lot of game time while you trudge to the other end of the field with all of your heavy gear and weapons. Bigger fields make for longer respawns, so this is a game mode that I would recommend for smaller fields. To the credit and defense of the refs who picked the game mode, I myself was having a particularly hard time with it because it was very hot, and my gear was very heavy, and I was having some health issues. So my opinion here is really just the opinion of an unathletic guy who is having a bad day. Just take it with a grain of salt, and still go ahead and try this game mode. It's really not that bad at all. By now, I've done basically nothing except explain the ins and outs of this game mode, which was new to me, though perhaps some of you are familiar with it, though maybe by a different name. And I've offered a few critiques as to what I liked and disliked about it personally. I think I'll cut back a bit and let you enjoy the video with minimal interruptions from me, maybe a few. In a few minutes, it's going to get very interesting.
Is he on top or bottom tower? Shit.
I got 3 extra tires behind the tire fort.
There's 3?
Yeah, and then there's a pallet to the left of the tire fort.
Oh, hit!
Well, I was about to move up to you. Now I'm having second ideas.
Second thoughts?
Yeah, second thoughts. That's what I was looking for. Too much training. Too much training.
I got speared from both sides. It's like a fart, dude.
It's not really easy to tell in the video, but we were referring to a gun that someone else was using that sounded like a fart. I think it was probably an HPA system, you know, like with a gas tank.
I'll come save you, Boris. Not that you need saving.
Go have you intercourse with yourself, Tyler. Go have intercourse with yourself?
Just say go f yourself,
If
it's
you say it
better.
in English, you just sound like an idiot.
You sound like a fucking weirdo.
Yeah. Like, excuse me, sir, can you go have intercourse with yourself? By the way, if anybody ever tells you to go f yourself, tell them to f yourself, you coward. Think smart.
So, question: if you do any kind of sexual act with yourself, does that make you gay?
No, it's because you're telling them, love you.
Like if you bend your dick back and fuck yourself, watch out, we got one on the
Well, I mean, like, so, you know, if someone tells you to go f yourself, you're telling them to f you themselves.
Well, right, but what I'm saying is, like, on your own time, if you're doing it yourself, does that make you gay? Because you're your own
Yeah.
self.
It's only gay.
That's really
It's only
kinky
gay
masturbation.
if 2 pairs of balls touch.
No, never mind. I don't even want to know what I walked
Basically, anyone else's genitals. If it touches anywhere there, it's gay.
There's a reason they're called traps. It works.
Traps are gay.
No, not for me.
No, I don't think
I'd
so.
stick my right in that hole.
Gay!
Foreplay. Foreplay. That's where it's at.
It's just extreme. Traps are gay.
No, not for me.
I don't think
I'd
so.
stick my right in that hole.
Traps are gay.
No, not for me. I'd stick my right in that hole.
Traps are gay.
No, not for me.